So 2025 is right around the corner. The year is approaching us. And in this video, I want to really dive deep into some questions that I want you to ask yourself and give you guys 5 rules that you can live by in 2025 so you can completely change your life. Because let's be honest, if I just say to you right now, let's start today, the best thing to do for you is to start right now. Yes, but for most of you, you probably won't start. And in this video, I really want to bring a lot of awareness around how you need to think going into 2025 to change your life. So let's start it off. Rule number 1, it's very simple, but I need you to really focus on this. I need you to create a routine around your sleep, because sleep is like a superpower, man. If you can get your sleep in order, you will feel unstoppable. Most people are sleep deprived. Also, when you have really good sleep, like your muscle gaining process will be better, your fat loss process will be better in your health and fitness areas of your life, but also your cognitive ability for you to focus, have better concentration throughout the day. You can focus on deep sleep and REM sleep. So I'm gonna dive into it, but dude, sleep is huge. Just some notes that I've taken for this video on my phone is just create a morning and night routine. So alarms before bed and obviously in the morning to wake you up. This will create a structure around like, okay, I don't just have a morning alarm to wake up. I have a night alarm to put yourself to sleep. To be like, okay, it's bedtime right now. I gotta go get some sleep. I'll give you guys some recommendations here. So you can use like Whoop or an Oura Ring. This is what I'm using right now. I'm probably gonna get a Whoop band pretty soon here to measure my sleep. You can look at stress levels, your REM sleep, your deep sleep. I'm not gonna dive into all these metrics right now, but you can use tools, for example, to measure your sleep. Also, some really good things to keep in mind is keep a very cool environment, a sleep environment. Your body will sleep better that way. Get blackout curtains. So get some curtains, make it pitch black. Recently, I just got a sleeping mask because I wake up pretty early, but the AC unit, it's like pretty bright. So I put this sleeping mask on and it helps me just like not even wake up, man. If I open my eyes, I still feel like I'm asleep because it's pitch black. So you can also take a sleep quiz. I'm gonna put it in the description, but I've done this a few times, and this sleep quiz is gonna help you find your chronotype. And this is just kind of like, what type of sleeper are you? Are you more of a morning person or a night person? So this is really interesting. You can take the sleep quiz. And also I'm going to include access to my ultimate lean body sleep protocol in the description as well. So you can take a look at it. I think there's like 15 pages and pretty much everything that I'm talking about right now, I put this in this PDF. I'm gonna give it to you guys for free just because why not? Because you guys are sick. So dive into that. Number 2 is create a non-negotiable list. So what can you start doing today to start 3 simple and easy non-negotiables for at least 90 days that you can stick to, okay? It must not be too challenging, but something that you can get momentum with. Now, these 3 things, I don't want you to be like, oh, it's a maybe list. Like it must, like you must do this. You have to do this, non-negotiable. A simple list that I put together right now that you could do as a non-negotiable list, 3 non-negotiables every single day for 2025 is hit your protein goal every single day for 90 days, get 10,000 steps per day, and limit your screen time to like 2 hours, 3 hours per day. You'll find so much time. A lot of people that I've talked to or I've helped as one-on-one coaching, a lot of guys just struggle with finding time in their day. And really, you just got to look at like where you're wasting your time. So create a non-negotiable list. This will be huge for you. Okay, guys, so rule number 3 is create a lifestyle design sheet or vision board. I like to say it as well. You can use pictures to illustrate things that you want to have or experience in 2025. And so in the description below, I've built out a Notion template that you can duplicate and use in Notion. It's a lifestyle design sheet that I use myself. Now, I know this sounds kind of woo-woo, like, oh God, I'm gonna have to look in the mirror and say, I love myself. No, you don't have to do that. I'm gonna give you guys examples of things that you can do in the sheet, but here's a great example. I do want you to create a self-statement sort of thing that you can say every single day or to remind yourself that you're on the right path or you're working towards your goals. Fuck, I'm getting eaten alive. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a quick example here. Instead of saying to yourself, I have 6-pack abs when you don't, you obviously don't, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your subconscious mind. You need to flip that perspective. You need to say every single day, I'm becoming leaner and leaner and getting closer to my goal of having 6-pack abs. Yeah, it's a lot more wordier, but you will almost believe yourself more if you tell yourself in that perspective rather than just saying, I have six-pack abs, because that's not true. So there's going to be self-statements. I want you guys to write down self-statements, and I'm going to give you guys examples in that sheet as well. So next, you're going to create 5 top goals for the year. Now, for these 5 top goals, it can be related to your health and fitness. It could be related to your relationships, career, making money. But I do want you to write down goals for you to do in your health and fitness, because that's really important. That's what I'm all about as well. So instead of just writing down a goal, I want you to use the SMART goals. I'm going to read out an example here. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Holy man, the mosquitoes are bad. Okay, so here's an example. Specific, lose 15 pounds. Measurable, how are you going to measure your progress? You're going to track your calories and your macros. You're going to be in a caloric deficit. Now, A, is it attainable? So you don't want to like overshoot and be like, yeah, I'm going to lose 30 pounds when you don't really believe that you can do it. Start small, then build up. So, 15 pounds, if you believe you can do it, let's do 15. R, is it relevant? So is it worthwhile to you, right? You have to really get clear on your why. I'm going to talk about this at the end of the video. And then T, time bound. When do you want to accomplish this, right? You have to set a start date and an end date for a SMART goal. So create these SMART goals down for 2025, but don't just say goal is to achieve this. Like, get very, very specific on your goals. Okay, number 4 is learn to say no to things that don't serve you. So discipline versus motivation. I'm going to dive into that. Now, create a list of things you will stop consuming or doing to get what you want out of your life for 2025. So out of your goals. Now, learning to say no is something that you're going to have to learn to get what you want. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example, like drinking liquor, smoking weed, eating junk food, playing obsessive amount of video games. I mean, those are great. Like, I like to play video games. I like to have a margarita from time to time and Corona, especially here in Mexico. But if you're consuming too much of it, it's probably going to slow down your progress, or most of all, you just need to cut it out for a bit, then you can go back to it. I know a lot of coaches personally, because I do one-on-one coaching, and some people are like, hey man, I'm going to teach you how you can have your favorite foods and see results. Now, I see where they're coming from, but sometimes there's too much balance. And what you need to do is, instead of having too much balance, you just need to straight up cut it out or slowly start to cut it out. For example, if you're having a beer a day, try to have 3 beers in 1 week, the next week 1 beer, and then the third week no beers. Like, cut it out slowly. Some people can't cut it out cold turkey. That's huge. You need to learn how to lengthen your time and discomfort, and then balance after you achieve your results. That's a huge one. Choose your environment wisely, who you're hanging around with, watch what they say, watch how they talk to you. Watch how, if you say, hey, I'm going to go accomplish this goal in 2025, these are the things I want to do. Sometimes it might be best to keep your goals quiet to yourself. But if the people that you assume to believe that are close to you end up maybe kind of being like, oh yeah, you can't do that, you can use that as motivation, sure. But also, I wouldn't hang around people that are just going to bring you down, man. You need people that are going to be like, dude, same here. Let's do it together. Let's chase goals together and smash goals together. Motivation versus discipline. Motivation is a feeling and discipline is an action. So there's going to be weeks when you're trying to say no to things and say yes to the hard things where you're going to feel unmotivated. That's natural. There's going to be weeks where you're not going to feel motivated, and there's going to be weeks where you do feel motivated. But what you need to focus on is the disciplinary actions that are going to get you to your end goal. Become disciplined, okay? So that's 4, learn to say no to things. Number 5, here, last, almost gonna wrap up this video here. Now, own your outcomes and embrace discomfort, another big one, because I'm relating a lot to this with health and fitness, obviously, because that's what I'm into, that's what I do with my one-on-one coaching. What you want out of your life for 2025 is on the other side of hard. So stop trying to look for the easy way out. Just be like, oh, stop trying to cut corners, do the hard things right now. So the more you do a difficult task, the more exposure you have to it, more tolerance you will build towards it. So just get used to doing hard things. In 2025, if you really want to change your life, you just have to accept that sometimes to get what you want, it's gonna take a lot of, it's gonna take a lot of urge for you to do something that is really hard, but over time, you will get used to it. For example, like ice baths. Like at first, you're gonna be like, holy shit, and then you're gonna get used to it. Now, I'm gonna wrap up this video because I want you to ask this very important but yet simple question that's going to help you change your life. It's very simple. It's, why do you want to achieve your specific goal? And for example, if it's health and fitness and you want to get in shape, you can't just say, because I want to get in shape. Why do you want to get in shape? Why? Dig really, really deep. We are motivated as humans externally. So we want to achieve something, we want to have something, but we are also motivated internally. So I want you to sit down for 30 minutes and write down your goal and start with why. And every time you say like, okay, I want to get in shape. Why do you want to get in shape? So for example, I wrote down, why do you want to get in shape? It's like, okay, well, I want to have more energy in my life, or I want to have 6-pack abs. You need to go a layer deeper, a layer deeper, a layer deeper. And it might even come to a point where you're like, why do you want to do this? Is because maybe your parents were overweight and they became sick and you had to watch them go through shit, and you don't want to become obese later in life. And it might be because you want to have kids and a wife, and you want to be a great example and show them that health and wellness is important in life. That's like the real deep reason why that you're going to write down, so that you can look at this every single day and remind yourself why you're doing this, okay? Because you can't just go into 2025 with like, these rules are great. I want you guys to follow these rules, but you have to understand why you're doing. That's like one of the most important things. If you understand why you're doing something, then you'll stick through the hard times and you'll continue to push through and you'll change your life. So hopefully that was, holy fuck, man, the mosquitoes. Hopefully that was valuable for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, check all the resources down below. I really do believe that they will help you tremendously. And I'm going to put my head underwater here and dive away into the abyss, boys. I'll see you guys later.